Welcome to Learn Commerce PU online classes. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Hello students, welcome to Commerce online classes. In the previous class we studied about supply curve, in that long run supply curve and short run supply curve of a firm. So rising part of short run marginal cost curve is the short run supply curve. Rising part of the long run marginal cost curve is the long run marginal cost curve as we studied earlier. So in this session what we are going to study is about market supply curve. So what is this market supply? So market is nothing but large number of buyers and sellers dealing with homogeneous product under the perfect competition. In common sense, market means it is a place where there is these buyers and sellers brought together. Market is nothing but it is a mechanism where buyers and sellers brought together to deal with the particular product. So it is a selling activity or it may be the buyers buying activities. So large number of consumers and producers, they engage in the these market activities, engage in the economic activities. In economics we are saying this economic activities. So under these activities demand and supply takes its own place. So without demand there will be no supply. If the demand increases, supply increases. Thus in the long run all the factors of production are variable as we studied. In the short run factors are fixed or constant, remains same, because short run is a short term duration where we cannot change all the inputs. So move on to the market supply curve. What is this? Market supply curve is nothing but a curve which shows the different market structures or different market supplies in the particular industry. Here there are two assumptions. First assumption is there are different cost structures among the firms. Firm A or firm B. Firm 1 can have the different cost structure, firm B can have different cost structures. So it is the first main assumptions. Second main assumption is firm 1 and firm 2 producing the different quantities of products with the different cost structures. Here third main assumption is there are fixed forms, firm 1, firm 2, firm 3 like that. So if there are deviations in these market structure, it means suppose increase in the market or increase in the firms. Firm 1 is there, firm 2 is there, firm 3 is there. Suppose firm 1, firm 2 is there, new firm enter into the industry, that is firm 3 or firm 4, that leads to the change in the market prices and change in the supply and change in the demand. Thus the firm 1, firm 2 together called as market supply curve. Here turn to the figure. Here you can see the market supply curve. The diagram represents the market supply curve of a particular firm, that is firm 1, firm 2. So together said to be the market supply. SM means market supply. Thus what is this market supply means? Market supply curve is nothing but it is the relationship between output produced in the market and cost structure. It is the relationship between the different cost structure and output produced at that particular price is called market supply curve. Whatever that product produced, that is also be marketed in the market through the supply is said to be the market supply curve. So market supply curve with the fixed number of firms we are going to see in this diagram. This panel A shows the market supply of the firm 1, market supply of the firm 1. Panel B shows market supply of firm 2. Panel C shows it is a combination of supply curve of form 1 and supply curve of form 2. Together it is the horizontal summation of market supply. Thus it is the market supply of form 1 and form 2 respectively. Thus, what are the conditions in the market supply? So, there are some conditions to derive this market supply curve. So, let us see. In panel A, y axis is cost, x axis represents output. So, different firms are having different cost structures as we said earlier. Thus, here P1 is a price level for the firm 1. Firm 1 produces and it supplies the output at P1 level. At P1 level, that is OP1 amount of price is fixed to produce the OQ3 level of output. OQ3 level of output. Thus, this S1 is a supply curve of firm 1. S1 curve we can see supply curve is always upward rising curve. What it shows means increases in the supply. So, demand curve always slopes downwards as we studied in the second chapter. Thus, supply curve always upward rising curve. Here, when the cost structure is P1, firm 1 is producing at P1 level of price level, OQ3 level of output. Suppose any deviations in this price, cost structure is less than P1, below this the firm unable to produce the goods and supply the goods to the market. Thus, below the P1, firm 1 cannot be able to produce anything. Thus, market can supply only when the price is P1. Thus, S1 is the supply curve for the firm 1. S1 is the supply curve for firm 1 as we seen in the figure. Panel B. Panel B is nothing but it is the firm 2. As we studied, there are fixed number of firms, firm 1, firm 2 and after that combining that firm 1, firm 2 supply, we are going to get the market supply. Those firm 2's producers at P2 level of cost structure, because as we studied in the assumption, different cost structures are there for the different firms. Thus, P2 is the price level or cost structure for the firm 2. S2 is the whatever upward rising curve is the supply curve for the firm 2. Here firm 2 is producing OQ4 level of output, OQ4 level of output at OP2 level of cost structure. Thus, it shows that P1 is less than P2 or P2 is greater than P1. P2 is greater than P1. It means firm 1's supply is less than the firm 2's supply, or supply of firm 2 is greater than supply of firm 1. So, both firms are producing the products with the different cost structures. So, OP1 is the firm 1's cost structure, OP2 is the firm 2's cost structure. So, S1 is supply curve of firm 1 at panel A, panel B shows S2, that is the supply curve of firm B. So, how to get the market supply now? Market supply is nothing but it is the horizontal summation of supply curve of firm 1 plus supply curve of firm 2, that is SS1 plus SS2, S1 plus S2. S1 plus S2 is equal to SM. SM means market supply. S1 plus S2 together, while we are going to combine these both the figures, we are going to derive the market supply curve, that is SM, as we are going to see here. So, in the third panel, panel C says about market supply curve of a form 1 and form 2 by joining together with the horizontal summation, as we are going to see the lines, horizontal straight lines. What it indicates means, here we are put a dots. What it shows dot means, it is a supply curve of A is joined is supply curve of B, and supply curve of AB together is a market supply. That's what here is a dots. It is not a line. So horizontal summation. It is just a horizontal summation. Horizontal summation of the supply of form 1 and supply of form 2 together forms a market supply, that is SM. Here we can see that supply curve of the supply of form 1 is Q3. Q3 is the supply of form 1. Q4 is the supply of form 2. Thus, what is this Q5? Q3 is there, Q4 is there, Q5 is there. Q5 is nothing but it is a market supply. Q5 is nothing but market supply, because it is a Q3 plus Q4 is equal to Q5. It means here form 1 supply is added together with the forms 2, and form 1 and 2 together forms a market supply. Thus, S1 plus S2 is equal to SM, that is supply curve of form 1 plus supply curve of form 2 together forms market supply. Thus, market supply is nothing but it is a supply curve derived through the horizontal summation of different supply curves with the different cost structure. So this what we can see here means, if the price is less than P1, firm 1 cannot supply any goods to the market. In case of panel B, firm 2, if the price is below the P2, firm cannot produce and cannot be able to supply the goods to the market. Thus, only firm can produce at P1 and P2. Thus, SM is nothing but supply curve of S1 plus supply curve of S2 together forms SM, that is market supply. So, whatever here you are going to see the curve, that is market supply curve. Here form 1 supply is there, form 1 supply, adding this together with the form 2 supply of form 2, this is curve, supply curve of form 2, supply curve of form 1, supply curve of form 2 together forms plus supply curve, that is market supply curve. This is a bold line what we are going to see. This is the market supply of a form 1 and form 2. If any deviation, suppose the number of forms increases due to the free entry and free exit is there as the features of perfect competition, that leads to the change in the supply curve or change in the market supply. So, this we can easily understand through the calculations. By the easy calculations, it is easy to understand how to derive the market supply. Let us turn to the calculation. Calculate market supply curve. So, calculate the market supply when the fixed number of firms are there. Suppose, see here prices are given 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and supply of firm 1 is 0, 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Supply of firm 2 is 0, 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, as we studied earlier, adding the both firm 1 and firm 2 supply, we are going to get the market supply. Let us see how to get the market supply. Calculating this, SS1 plus SS2, SS1 plus SS2 forms a market supply, that is SM. Here 0 remains 0, 0 plus 0 is 0, 0 plus 0 is 0, 1 plus 1 is 2, form 1 supply plus form 2 supply. So quantity supplied is 2 units. 2 plus 2 form 1 produced, and form 1 supply is 2 units, and form 2 supply is also 2 units. Thus together forms a market supply. 2 plus 2 is a 4, and here also same, 3 plus 3 form 1 produces 3 units and form 2 produces 3 units. Together forms 6 units of total market supply. So here 4 plus 4, that is form 1, whatever the market supply is 4 units, and form 2 supply is 4 units. So together form 1 supply, form 2 supply together forms market supply, that is 8. Thus by adding the supply curve of form 1 and supply curve of form 2 together with the horizontal summation, we are going to get the market supply. So this is about how to calculate the market supply. So different calculations are there for your understanding, that I will give in the assignment section. Dear students, as we studied about market supply with a fixed number of forms, 1 or 2, form 1 and form 2 calculation what we studied. Now we are going to calculate with the large number of forms. Suppose market with the identical forms, 3 identical forms, more than 2 means 3. I said whether the deviations in the market supply leads to the change in the cost structure and change in the total market supply, impact on overall market supply. Thus, suppose 3 identical forms are there in the market, SS1, SS2, SS3 respectively, but they given only the form supply of SS1, supply of form 1 is given. So what about the supply of form 2 and form 3, that is in units? So identical forms as they said. So identical forms means here supply curve of form 1, form 2, form 3 are the same. Thus units produced is same. So let us see 0, 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 respectively. Same as SS3. Why? Because 3 identical forms in the market. Thus they are going to produce the identical products with the same units. 0, 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So what will be the market supply means? Market supply is nothing but it is the summation of SS1 plus SS2 plus SS3 is equal to SM. SM means market supply. Supply of form 1, supply of form 2 plus supply of form 3 together forms market supply. So as we studied, with the fixed number of forms are there. Supply curve of form 1 plus supply curve of form 2 with the different cost structures. But here 3 identical forms are there with producing with same cost or supplying the same units of products. So that leads to the whatever the market supply is 0, 0, 2 plus 2 plus 2, that is 6, 4 plus 4 plus 4 means form 1 supply is 4, form 2 supply is 4 units, form 3 supply is 4 units. Together forms 12 units. Again there is 6 units so respectively they produce in the SS1 produces 6 units, SS2 means form 2 produces and supplies 6 units, form 3 produces and supplies 6 units respectively. So it is overall market supply is 18 units. Supply is calculated in units. So again here you can see under the price 5 rupees, suppose the price is 5 rupees for each product, then form 1 produces 8 units, form 2 supplies 8 units and form 3 also supplies 8 units. Thus market supply is 24 units, 8 plus 8 plus 8. Next again with the 6 increase in the price, supply also increases, you can see here, increase in the price, supply also increase means marginal cost increase means rising part of marginal cost is a supply curve as we studied earlier. Thus here you can see increase in the price leads to the increase in the supply in the three identical forms. Thus when the price increases from 5 to 6, then the supply of form 1 is 10 units, form 2 is 10 units and form 3 is also 10 units respectively. Thus 10 plus 10 plus 10 is 30 units. Overall market supply is 30 units. So this horizontal summation is market supply curve. So suppose the price increases from 6 to 7 rupees. So the form 1 supplies 12 units, form 2 12 units and form 3 12 units. Together forms market supply, that is 36 units. Again the price increases from 7 to 8 rupees. The form 1 supplies 14 units, form 2 supplies 14 units and form 3 also supplies 14 units. So together adding this forms a market supply 14 plus 14 plus 14, that is 14 plus 14 28 plus 14, that is 42 units. So like this you can see the market supply with the different forms. Suppose fixed number of form is there, you are adding only the fixed number of forms. Identical form is there, you are only going to assume the cost and price and you are going to add the supply schedule, and last you are going to substitute all the values together and horizontal summation together forms the market supply curve. So by this we are going to complete this chapter, that is theory of the firm under perfect competition, as we studied features of perfect competition, price line, revenue, and also we studied about the supply curve and also the profit maximization of the firm under the perfect competition, condition 1, condition 2, condition 3, in that case 1, case 2, case 3. Together with that we studied today market supply curve. So market supply curve with the different calculations. So in the next class we are going to study about the different chapter, that is market equilibrium. How the market is going to get the equilibrium in the upcoming chapter. Thank you for watching this video.